Hello, and welcome back to the Authentic Creative, expanding our capacity to feel good. I'm really over the moon. I know I say that every time, but I truly am. This is my favorite thing, not only to be here with you on the podcast, with you, listener, but also in 65 countries around the world. We're all connected by our hearts. But I'm also really over the moon excited and delighted to be in communion, in sisterhood with these goddesses of light, with these incredible creatives, talented women. And as to be expected, we've done some breath work. That's how we roll. We are in our breathwork cocoon. We're still in it. We're still hearts open, vulnerable, fresh. We just did some releasing. We had our intentions. As you may know, if you've been listening to some of these panels, is I might just completely throw away the script and just go with whatever's flowing. But what I want to do is I want to give these goddesses an opportunity without putting labels on who they are yet or any of that, just completely as souls, like what their experience was of their breath work and how they're feeling now. Anything that you want to share? Megan, do you want to kick us off?
In terms of what I felt about the breath work. It's a constant invitation to let go of control and surrender to what is innately there and remember what is innately there. And I think that that is the point of it all.
Yeah.
I think that we are constantly put in that position to be challenged to remember that we just need to trust that we are being guided to where we need to be guided to, and that we are fully taken care of and loved into life, and that your life is on purpose. So I think that brings you to that edge, and you get to surrender and feel held in the unknown. And as you know, my saying is magic only happens in the unknown. So,
Mm.
yeah, I love it. I love being in that space. And I think as creatives, as visionaries, as women that are powerhouses, that are entrepreneurial or have kids and are like boss moms, like all of it, we get to just let all that go and still have so much worth and value without having to do, you know?
Preach, sister. Oh my gosh. Everything you just said 100 times. Yes. I love the part where you talked about bringing yourself to your edge because that's the piece of expanding our capacity to feel. And when I say expanding our capacity to feel good, I mean expanding our capacity to feel, right? And
Yeah.
so I think our work is so in alignment, which makes complete sense that we're on this goddess team together because we have very similar missions in the world, but very unique zones of genius. Feel free to, the rest of you ladies who are sharing, to obviously echo, but say anything that's contrasting as well. We don't have to agree. I'm curious, Lola, how your experience is of the breathwork today. We've all done in-person breathwork. Obviously, it's a little different on Zoom. Any revelations that came through?
I loved what you just said of expanding our capacity to feel and feel all the things. And that's what I really love about breath work is it gives me a reason to slow down enough to kind of dig into the things I might have kind of glossed over or avoided feeling. It's almost like, here we go. Let's check in a very honest, real way. What's going on inside of me today? And what am I needing to grieve? What am I needing to mourn, let go of, and actually feel that grief?
Yeah.
Feel like maybe the anger of what didn't work the way I wanted it to work, and feel all that. And then through that primal sounding I let go of all of the tension of holding on to those emotions and finally it's a sense of gratitude that just floods my body. And I today was really feeling how much joy you have as a facilitator doing this work.
Mhm.
That's part of what makes this so special to experience is that you're so in it, you're so dedicated, and I can feel the full commitment that you have in your whole life. How you live your life is to be a better facilitator for us.
Mm.
I was just feeling so grateful. You're a role model for me, an inspiration to me of how you show up to your work in that level of total devotion.
Mm.
That's how I want to be with my work as well. So thank you for radiating the passion and joy of the art of what you're doing.
Mm. Well, I mean, I'm doing my best to receive the fullness of what you just shared, and it touches me deeply and moves me deeply. And I see the similar yet different venues that you clearly are so devotional in your life and the way that you live your life. I could literally mirror those exact words back to you. And I so look up to you, or I don't know how to say it because I'm really trying to de-pedestal people. That's a big thing in my life is I'm not pedestaling anyone anymore. But I really admire how you get on your surfboard and go out there in the ocean and how you just are constantly transmitting your gift through your voice to people everywhere. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for seeing me. Thank you for allowing yourself to go there in the breath work. Marne, I'm curious how the breath work was for you today. It's different every time.
I think it's different every time is a really great way to begin how today was for me. I was very uncomfortable. Um, but I feel like every time I've done breath work, I've just released and let go, and I feel the tingles, and I'm like, yes, I'm in it, I'm here, I release everything. And today I was uncomfortable and I was itchy and I kept opening my eyes and I took off my pants.
As you need to, of course.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I was
The
like just
benefit of
irritable
Zoom
and
breath work.
I just, yeah. And I was like, what am I irritated with? What am I mad at? What am I trying to work through right now? I couldn't even put a word to it or any reasoning to it. And so then I was like mad at myself because I couldn't figure out what I was trying to release. Yeah, it was really uncomfortable. I think by the primal sounding, by that song, as soon as you reminded me that I had permission to yell it out and groan it out and work through it with my voice, I was like, oh, okay. I don't even care what it was. It was energy. It was stuck. It doesn't matter what it was. I'm letting it out. And thank goodness I don't have any neighbors with any great proximity to my house because I definitely let it go and, took off my pants. And then I felt so much better. And by the end, it was one of the most profound kind of transformational sessions of breath work I had had. I know my intention going into it was release stuck energy, allow myself to receive what is meant to be received and let go of what isn't. And that rings true in a lot of areas of my life right now. So I understand why I was irritable and angry. And I also understand why now I feel a heck of a lot better. Yeah, I definitely had a greater physical response than I think I've ever had. I'm still like, I'm really clammy and sweaty, and I wish I could take off my sweater, but I can't. So
Just
I'm just
get
working
naked.
through
It's all good.
it. Just working through it.
I love the honesty. You're like, it was really uncomfortable. And I laugh because I totally relate. And I did not put the playlist in order in the way that I meant to. So it was a complete chaotic mishmash in the fact that I didn't go the way I planned at all. And isn't that perfect? Because here we are and we got what we needed one way or another, even if it was a contrasting experience of like, I'm fucking uncomfortable. Let me take off my pants. I love that. I'm so glad that it's different every single time and that sometimes it's super uncomfortable for the bulk of the experience and then all of a sudden it's the most cathartic thing we've ever felt because I think that's just like life. And the piece about not needing to understand is so important because I think so much of tapping back into what Megan was sharing is wanting to control and feeling that survival of, we all know it. We've all cared for children, it's really hard to be surrendered and to be in trust and to be in the magic and the flow. And even if you haven't cared for children, I'm sure you have your own experience of caretaking and taking care of our career. It's a lot, it's hard. And I find so much passion, like Lola was saying, in being able to create these spaces for high achieving women like you are, because we need so deeply, our earth needs so deeply for us to have the experience of surrender, for us to be able to be giving our medicine, whatever unique way that we give our medicine to the earth. Dawn with her sound and her connection to nature, who's also here and was at an Elton John concert and now is sick because her husband got sick. And I think it must have been worth it, because come on, Elton John.
Anything for Elton John, right? I was just thinking as we were talking about this, and Marné, I just love you. And I have the privilege of being completely off camera because I'm still in my robe from this morning. My body was trying to cooperate with this, and then finally the surrender of you can be somewhere even if it doesn't look and feel like how you envisioned it. So I don't know, maybe I took all my clothes off. You'll never know, right? I was also very uncomfortable. But it was this realization, even as we got started, to surrender. The word surrender means something so personal to each of us. And it's been a word that has evolved in its meaning for me. And it used to be surrender to the chaos, surrender to whatever's happening. And then it was surrender that you have control and just whatever happens, happens. Now, to me, it's a very personal surrendering and anchoring into that sanctuary that's inside of me all the time, anywhere I'm at, regardless of the chaos around me. So instead of a surrender to the chaos, like, oh, my body's sick, my body's aching, I'm definitely not ready for all the things I had today, surrendering to showing up in that authority and presence of everything just as it is in perfect divine timing,
Yeah.
whatever that feels like. And that feels like a huge victory today, just a little personal victory in just sitting in that presence of the storms within our lives or within the greater ecosystem and cosmos. They're swirling around us, and we can choose to be the mountain, right? To anchor in. So Siri, the song that you played that spoke to me the most is, and I don't know the name of it, but when it talks about our body being the earth and
Yeah, Mama.
Mama, yeah, water being our blood and air being our breath and fire our spirit. That song anchored me so deep into the presence and the being all of everything all at the same time, that the swirling around me. You were talking about mothering or caretaking. I have a daughter who's literally sitting in the car right now demanding to go to school. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. She'd make it for 15 minutes of her last class. And I'm not going to get up off the
Bless her heart. Bless her heart.
love her tenacity, but honey, surrender. Thank you, Siri. The
You're
breath today
so
was very
welcome.
beautiful.
And how incredible it is that you were willing, with a little bit of encouragement, to be here, even though you're not feeling well. It's just a testament to your dedication and your devotion and your service. You are such a service-oriented, devotional person. All of you are. Thank you so deeply, truly, for showing up, even though you've got so much going on, Dawn. I really appreciate you, and just collaborating with you as a friend and as an entrepreneur in these glimmers that we've been doing, these little mini experiences of our Goddess of Light, has been transformative for me, and such a gift to learn from you, each of you. Dawn, the way that you connect with people, such a gift. I want to give Desi a chance to share anything. This was your first time experiencing breathwork with me. I felt myself wanting it to go really, really well for you, for each of you. When we have that expectation, it's like, ugh, don't do that, right? But I hope that you got something out of it.
Yes, breathwork is always really a big resistance for me because I don't give myself permission to slow down and release.
I give everyone else permission all the time and coach it and set up spaces. Thank you for encouraging me to fully surrender and really lay down and just get into it. I had a lot of tears, these really subtle, beautiful tears. And then I started to see like a lot of stars, like my constellation. I saw Pleiades, and it was sort of like your essence with everything gone. It's like this beautiful place in the universe. And it was very peaceful there. It was beautiful because it's very peaceful, and I don't feel my body that way very often. So thank
I
you so
would,
much.
you're so welcome. Thank you for giving yourself a new experience. The fact that you saw the stars and you felt the peace, I love it.
It was
So
beautiful.
excited. Desi is a gift from Dawn. She connected us. What a discovery, because not only did you come with these expansive solutions to problems I didn't even realize I needed solutions to with our Goddess of Light retreat, but you also have so much experience with traveling all over the world to really fabulous places like Egypt and being really in communion with the earth and with the feminine. I just want to share a little poem that I shared at the end of our breath work. This is inspired by our team here. We enter this space as women of light. We release what no longer serves the path ahead and return to the rhythm of our own breath. We remember that peace begins within, that the medicine is already moving through us. We release the old stories, the weight of the past, the need to know what's next, the need to control. We open instead to patience, to trust, to the divine unfolding of what wishes to be born. We shed the layers of what once kept us small, and in that soft unraveling, we expand into our truest selves. We breathe compassion into every cell for who we've been, for who we're becoming, for each other. We allow light to move freely, to dance through our words, our sound, our silence, our creation. Together, we become a living symphony of healing, an orchestra of harmonic frequencies, sending waves of truth, beauty, and remembrance into the world. And may all who are ready feel this vibration and know they are home. So our mission statement here, our Goddess of Light, is a sanctuary for women who hold it all. Leaders, artists, healers, mothers, visionaries, creatives. So many of us were taught to be, quotes, good girls, to overgive, to overfunction, and override our needs until we burn out. And these retreats are where we remember another way. For ourselves as leaders, for you, the people that are drawn to this experience, we set down what no longer serves and return to the truth that softness is strength, rest is holy, and joy is a form of prayer. Here, our boundaries are sacred. Here, we learn to serve from overflow instead of depletion. Here, we remember that we are already radiant, already powerful, already enough. And every retreat is a living ceremony, a weaving of sound, breath, nourishment, artistry, sisterhood. It's creative, it's rejuvenative, poetic space where women can rest, receive, and be ourselves. We can drop the masks. We can just experience our authentic, true selves with each other. So we gather to heal the sisterhood wounds as part of it. Just being together is a healing, to be in sisterhood, to soften competition into collaboration, and to remember that when one of us shines, we all rise. That is what Goddess of Light is about. That is what we are here to embody.